Come on, Soda Pop, let's go.
Item 31.
Item 31 is a second reading, an ordinance of the City of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, rezoning property at 800 and 900 East I-90 Lane from the RS Single Family Residential Suburban District to the O Office District, petition number 2929-2015, and amending the official zoning map of the City of Sioux Falls. Planning Commission recommends approval.
The owner of this property is Special Olympics. This is the location of their headquarters. It is located just north of I-90 and west of North Cliff Avenue. We are looking at rezoning this from the RS Single Family District to the O Office, which will allow the current office building along with their future indoor rec facility that they're proposing on the adjacent or the vacant lot to the east of the main office.
Okay, any questions or comments from the public? We do have one. You could give us your name, please, first.
David Behrens. I live at 5412 North French Avenue, about a block and a half away from this place. My question is what are they wanting to do? I know they want to build an indoor building, but there's a drainage deal. Are they going to attach that to the existing building? Is that the way I understand it? Or if so, there's a drainage ditch that goes in the property line there, where water naturally will flow down to the interstate and flow towards Catfish Bay. So if they are going to add on to that building, we, as a resident in the neighborhood, are concerned about flood control and the way that water runs down that street, down to that ditch, down to Catfish Bay. So when we think about adding on, just so if there's going to be connected somehow, that we look at this real close as to about flood control. That's a natural flow. It's been there. I've been born and raised in that area, so I know the area real well. So I would consider for all of you to think about when it comes to developing that. We're in favor of developing, but we also are in favor of watching flood control as well. Thank you.
Thank you for your comments, sir. Jason, do you have a reply on that?
I believe their proposal at this time is to construct a freestanding building on that existing lot. When they submit for plan review, they will go through all the engineering, design standards, everything. If there's an existing drainage easement, the drainage engineers won't allow them to construct anything that'll impede the water flowing through that easement.
Okay, thank you. Council, questions, motion?
Move to approve, Erpenbach.
Second, Jameson.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Roll call.
Council members Kiley,
Yes.
Rolfing, Staggers,
Yes.
Anderson, Erickson,
Yes.
Erpenbach,
Yes.
Jameson,
Yes.
Karski.
Yes. Okay, that passes 8-0. Item 32.
Item 32 is a second reading and ordinance of the City of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, rezoning property at 3521 South Norton Avenue from the C3 Commercial Community District to the I-1 Light Industrial District, petition number 2930-2015, and amending the official zoning map of the City of Sioux Falls. Planning Commission recommends approval.
Yes, the owner of this property is Tri-State Garage Door. It is located east of the new Costco and new Dunham apartment buildings. The existing use of the property is a garage door company's contractor shop as well as their warehouse. Warehousing and contractor shop are currently not allowed within a commercial zoning district. Therefore, the modification to the map to rezone this property to light industrial so they can continue to utilize their property for what they're currently using.
Okay, any comments from public, questions? Seeing none, council?
Here, if I could.
Council Jameson?
If I could just ask, I mean, this seems like, is this an item that the city brought forth, or was the applicant bringing this?
This is a city-initiated rezoning on the request by the applicant, or excuse me, by the owner. He came down to City Hall as requesting to do an addition to his building or inquiring about doing an addition. Then it came to our attention that the property was zoned commercial, which currently doesn't allow the warehouse and contractor shop use. So as we go back through all the records that we have we kind of map it out and figure out if it's always been a contractor shop, which we have determined that it has been a contractor shop and warehouse. Therefore, we did do a city-initiated rezoning to rezone it to I-1.
Was it changed during the Shape Places kind of mapping?
That I'm not sure. I think it might have been zone commercial under the old ordinance, and therefore, when Shape Places went into effect, it just kept it the same zoning.
Any other questions from the council? Motion?
Move to approve, Erpenbach.
Second, Rolfe.
Do we have a motion and a second? Roll call, please.
Councilmembers Kylie,
Yes.
Rolfing.
Yes.
Staggers,
Yes.
Anderson.
Yes.
Erickson.
Yes.
Erpenbach.
Yes.
Jamison.
Yes.
Karski.
Yes.
That item passes 8-0. Item 33.
Item 33 is a second reading and ordinance of the City of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, rezoning property at the southeast corner of West 57th Street and South Marion Road from the C2 Commercial Neighborhood and Streetcar District to the C3 Commercial Community District, petition number 2931, 2015, and amending the official zoning map of the City of Sioux Falls. Planning Commission recommends approval.
The owner of this property is Jim Bruns. It is located at the southeast corner of 57th and Marion. There's an existing multi-tenant strip center on the property. That building currently exceeds 25,000 square feet. It's roughly 32,000 square feet. Therefore, we are proposing to modify the map from the C2, which allows a maximum of 25,000, to the C3, which would allow them to keep the existing building.
Any comments, questions from the public? Council? Councilor Kylie?
Could you go back to the previous screen? So by changing this, they could potentially increase at a future date?
They could apply for building permits to increase the size if they can meet setbacks, parking, and that stuff. Obviously, we would have to look at how many parking spaces are existing and all that.
Like they would be somewhat limited?
Yeah, there's not a lot of room on that site.
Okay, thank you.
I have a quick question.
Councilor Erickson?
This is another city initiated, and maybe we asked this last week, I don't know, but maybe I just need to hear it again. When they're city initiated, are there any fees involved and who's paying those? Or is it kind of a wash, like,
We handle all the publications, all the notifications, all the signs out there. We essentially take care of everything. We don't charge the applicants for us to come in before you guys for the rezonings.
okay, thanks.
Councilor Jamison?
I guess that's kind of where I was headed to. Is this the same story as the last item? And there's, I think, several more to come. If you could just tell us if they're initiated by staff only and that the applicant isn't requesting the change, it's only because you've found...
Some of them are, like I said, when applicants or owners of the property come in to inquire about doing improvements to their property. As we get into those, we go back through the records, and sometimes our records haven't been updated. Some of them come that way. Otherwise, some of them are also us, you know, as we work through GIS every day, we sometimes see ones that were need to be modified, and some of those then we put down on a list, and we bring some of them. Essentially, I'm saying some of them are brought forward, some of them are requests by the applicant to bring them forward. So it's a little bit of both.
I'm just wondering, I'm kind of making this, maybe going a little nuts on this, but I would sense that this pattern is going to probably continue on for some time. And the first reading, second reading, you know, the time that it takes to go through all these, I wonder if there's another way to fix the errors as a general process instead of having us go through each one like this, because it's going to kill us, I think. Kill me. And I'm sorry to belabor it, but I'm just wondering if there's a better way, and maybe we could think about that at another time. But it's, I think it's going to continue on for quite some time, and I don't know that we need to go through all this. That's all.
Councilor Kylie?
Unfortunately, you can correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, it's a rezone, and it is to the benefit of the owner, whether they initiate it or not, because eventually, if they want to, as you say, make improvements or sell the property, if it's not zoned, that's going to hinder their ability to do either of those. But it's still a rezone, so I don't know how we could go through any other process other than a first and second reading. But to answer Councilor Jamison, are there any other possibilities?
I believe, and maybe Mr. Cooper can answer it a little better, we have looked at the possibility of publishing a new map similar to how we did with Shaped Places. Something like that, though, we would need to really find every single one in the whole city, which is going to take a lot of time. The ones that we bring forward to you guys are more ones that are more pressing because the owners of the property want to do work to their property. So the list for these ones that I'm bringing forward here, we probably only have 4 or 5 that are really pressing. But there's ones that we're looking at to do a massive, a map published in the paper to correct a lot of these if there's extra ones.
Then even if we did a large map, there is bound to still be some that we've missed. So
Yeah, and
it's,
when we did the 83 ordinance, we missed, anytime you update something, there's gonna be something that needs to keep getting updated.
A motion from the council?
Move to approve. Second, Erbenbach.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Roll call, please.
Councilmembers Kylie,
yes.
Rolfing,
Yes.
Staggers,
Yes.
Anderson,
Yes.
Erickson,
Yes.
Erpenbach,
Yes.
Jamison,
Yes.
Karski.
Yes.
That passes 8-0. Item 33, or was it my mind wrong? Excuse me, 34.
34 is a second reading, an ordinance of the City of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, rezoning property at 2900 South Waltz Avenue from the RD1 Twin Home Duplex Residential Suburban District to the RT2 Townhome Residential Traditional District, petition number 2932, 2015, and amending the official zoning map of the City of Sioux Falls. Planning Commission recommends approval.
This is another City of Sioux Falls initiated rezoning. The owner of this parcel is Tim Sorensen. It's roughly .40 acres. And this existing parcel contains a house that's been converted into 4 units for, I think, 6 or 7 years. So therefore, we are looking at modifying the map to RT2, which allows these converted single-family houses, allows them to have up to 8 units in them. So this will bring this property into compliance.
Any questions, comments from the public? Council?
Move approval, Rolfing.
Second, Erbenbach.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Roll call, please.
Councilmembers Kylie,
Yes.
Rolfing,
Yes.
Staggers,
Yes.
Anderson,
Yes.
Erickson,
Yes.
Erpenbach,
Yes.
Jamison,
Yes.
Karski.
Yes.
That passes 8-0. Item 35.
Item 35 is a second reading and ordinance of the City of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, rezoning property at 5311 North 6th Avenue from the Recreation District to the I-1 Light Industrial District, petition number 2933, 2015, and amending the official zoning map of the City of Sioux Falls. Planning Commission recommends approval.
This is another city-initiated rezoning. The owner of this property is also Jim Bruns. It is the Catfish Bay recreation facility. The purpose of this rezoning is currently it's zoned REC recreation. That specific zoning district actually only allows public recreation facilities such as parks, golf courses, things like that. So the request is to rezone it to I-1, which will allow a private outdoor recreation facility. The adjacent properties in this area to the east and south are also zoned I-1, so it fits in with the existing neighborhood.
Okay, is there any comments, questions from the public? We do have one here.
Greg Neitzer. I'm not going to say anything specific about these. I'm just going to point out, since you did bring it up, the legislative body has sole authority to zone properties. It can't be delegated, so it's you that gets to deal with these, no matter how many there are. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilor Kiley.
I just might, I had no place else to go tonight, so I'm all yours, Jason, so. You got more, bring them on.
Move approval, Rolfing.
Second, Erbenbach.
Okay, Councilor Jamison.
I'd like to thank Jason for acknowledging that it was a city-initiated zoning change, not the landowner, not the landowner.
Okay, a motion and a second. Roll call, please.
Councilmembers Kylie,
Yes.
Rolfing.
Yes.
Staggers,
Yes.
Anderson, Erickson,
Yes.
Erpenbach?
Yes.
Jamison?
Yes.
Karski?
Yes. That passes 8-0.
Come on, Soda Pop, let's go. Come on, let's go. Come on.